1111, make a wish. All right, folks, here's two photos that were sent to us. First of all, it was an absolutely picture-perfect sunset, and Becky sent this photo from Oak Hill, not a cloud in the sky. Also, at Bronte Hollow Loop in western Raleigh County, there was a very small brush fire that we got a picture, and this was from Ash. Now, this is going to be the story the next 2 days. I know we've had plenty of rain, but in the spring it does not take much for the ground, the very top layer of the soil, to dry out. And tomorrow will be warmer and we'll have more of a breeze with lower relative humidity. First low pressure moving to the east, but a lot of dry air on the water vapor imagery. So we have 2 days of sunshine and warmer temperatures to get through, because you have to look way up north all the way. You can't even see it actually underneath the banner, but there's a couple of echoes showing up in Montana. Warmer than 24 hours ago across most of the country. Yes, there's a nice cold front across the northern tier. No, it's not going to get here anytime soon. It's in the low 40s outside. It's 51 in Washington, 53 degrees off to the west. So tonight we'll drop back down into the 30s. Not as cold as last night. If you woke up to a frost this morning, chances are you will not wake up to a frost tomorrow morning. It'll be in the upper 60s. The winds will be out of the southwest at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. That is the gusts tomorrow afternoon. But tomorrow and Wednesday, we have that elevated brush fire risk, especially in the afternoon. So do not burn brush. And of course, we have the burn ban in effect through most of the spring season. Now, with that said, we're going to fast forward through later in the week, because a big storm is going to come into the west and produce severe weather across the plains. This low is going to move up into the Great Lakes, and as it does, we will see a couple of rounds of rain Saturday evening and then once we get into Sunday. Overall, looks like about a ½ an inch to an inch of rain as it moves through. On the backside, we will immediately cool down, may have a flurry early Monday. It's a transient blast of some chilly air before we get back into a warmer pattern. So our temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s, even the overnight lows. When you go out to the car in the morning, it'll gradually get warmer this week. Showers in here late Saturday into Sunday, and Monday with a high will be 52 degrees. Now today, way up above us where the stratosphere is, that's the next layer above us, there was a big warming event. So you can see the temperature went through the roof here. It warmed up from minus 80 to minus 30. So usually we get these big stratospheric warming events in the spring when the polar vortex, that is the stratospheric polar vortex, been strong all winter, and it goes through a dramatic warming. We usually see the effects come down to the surface. However, it looks like that is not going to happen until we get to the latter part of March into the early part of April. In the past, we had one in 2016, we got a little blast of cold air in early April and just a little bit of snow. But it wasn't a major snowstorm, but it just reminded us that, yeah, winter can have a long tail towards the end of it. So enjoy the warm weather this week. Do not burn brush. And keep in mind, we're not completely out of the woods for the cold weather.